What's going on? Average Tech Guy here, and today we are back. More tech, more reviews, and in my hands I have the Samsung Galaxy Tab A. This is the 2022 edition of this device, and I think the A stands for effort. So let's talk about it. All right, so here it is. This is the actual device right here, and Samsung Galaxy Tab A8. Keep that in mind. It's a lot to say. We're just going to call it the A8 for the rest of the time. The A8. There we go. All right. So this tablet is going to run you about $229, just depending on when you buy it, where you buy it. Right now, you can pick one up on sale at Best Buy for about $179. $179 for a 10.5 inch tablet. Just keep that in mind throughout this whole discussion. So this is a device that pretty much is going to be for that person who is looking for that budget style tablet. As you can see up front, you do have a 10.5 inch LCD display. You do have a front facing camera. You flip it over on the back, you have a rear facing camera, and this is a cool to touch type of aluminum filling material. You do have dual speakers up top, dual speakers down bottom, USB Type-C, a dedicated headphone jack. That's what we do not see on many tablets nowadays. You do have a power button, volume up and down, and somewhere on here, if I turn enough times, I'll find this SIM tray right here where you can actually expand the storage up to 128 gigabytes via a micro SD card. Now, what do you actually get on the inside of this box? So when you actually get ready to unbox this device, this is what it's going to come in. Very minimalistic packaging, only like one or two pieces of tape just to kind of slice through, one on top or one on bottom. And once you get those open, there we go. You are greeted with that normal Samsung cloth type covering on this device. We'll set this to the side for right now because we know what's in there, but let's take a look at what is in this box. Now, you actually do get USB to USB Type-C charging cable and a charging brick. Now, all this stuff is old school because we're still using the USB Type-A. I got plenty of USB-C chargers, so that's what we'll be working with. And then you get your quick start guide in there as well. And you also get a SIM card removal tool in that box. So that's pretty much it as far as talking about an unboxing. Then you come back to this device and this is what you have. So out of that Samsung papering, that's what you are going to get, this very reflective piece of glassy aluminum construct. Samsung logo on the back, camera on the back, and we'll talk about everything else in just a moment. All right, so as mentioned, this thing has a 10.5 inch display. The resolution on here is 1920 by 1200. It actually has 32 gigabytes built right into it. It sports the Android 11 operating system. It can be actually only bought in the Wi-Fi configuration. It comes in gray and it also comes in a pink color. So gray being the one that I got right here, which is a fingerprint magnet. And then there's a pink one as well. Now, you can see right away that if you're looking for something that's going to be super snappy, super fast and quick, this is not going to be the one for you. Hence, portrait to landscape. It doesn't move really fast, but this is for the person who basically may want to just surf the internet every now and then. The person that wants to do a little bit of Google calling with your grandkids. The person who doesn't have a whole lot of super hardcore like productivity to do. This thing is great for little light tasks such as sending emails and things of that nature, but for the most part, it's not going to be one of those powerhouse tablets that you are looking for. You're paying $179, and this is what you're going to get. Now, it does not work with any of the S Pen models. I've tried the S Pen from my phone. I've tried the S Pen that I have right here. I've tried the S Pen from my laptop. no S Pen will work with this. So I'm going ahead and answering that question right up front. There is no S Pen that is compatible. You can use a regular stylus, but no S Pen will work with this. It does have all the bells and whistles as far as Bluetooth and all that good stuff. So if you drop down from your main menu, you do have your Wi-Fi connections, you have your auto rotate, your Bluetooth, do not disturb, all that normal stuff. It actually does work with nearby sharing, so I can share with my device that I have my S22 Ultra, but as far as the device's capabilities of downloading video and things of that nature, I actually downloaded some video and I may have erased it, but it just did not come over clear and clean. And when I sent it over, like the audio would play and the video would play, and it was just all haywire. So I could not get the video to do a share via Wi-Fi, but I could get it to do share via the SD card slot. So that is one big thing that I really appreciated about it. Like I said, if you are looking for something that's a powerhouse of a tablet, if you're looking for a tablet that's going to be like super snappy, super fast, super quick, this is not going to be the one. This is the budget end. This is the one that your grandparents want to use. This is the one you want to get for the small kids to watch YouTube on. It's not mainstream productivity, but if you're like downloading PDF files, Windows files, documents, if you need to send some emails and maybe just browse YouTube every now and then, this is going to be a good tablet for you. Like I said, the price on this is $179. Does come with a camera, and the camera, just click on the camera here. It does come with a rear view camera, and as you can see, the camera is not terrible, but it's not the best. It does have a video mode as well as a photo mode, and then you actually get more modes over here, which I have not even went into those settings, but you can do full panorama, pro, and a hyperlapse. So you do have a bunch of modes that you can go through. You do still have your side tabs, and I don't even have those active right now, but you can pretty much do anything that you can do on a regular Android tablet on this thing, except you're not going to have the power, the speed. I think it only has like 3 gigs of RAM built into it. So it's not going to be super fast, super quick. And I'm telling you that up front, because if you're looking for something that's going to be like super snazzy, this is not the one. You can skip over this one and jump to the next tier. So when using the rear facing camera for video, you only have 2 options, which is full HD at 30 frames per second or HD at 30 frames per second. So that's all you're going to get. No 60 frames per second on this camera. And when you swap to the front facing camera, you get the same 2 options as well. So 30 frames per second is as high as this will go, and both cameras are pretty nice. They're really not the best, but who takes pictures with a tablet anyway? But yeah, if you're looking just to play some games, surf the internet, and I'm talking about games that are like app games, not like video games. Like I'm talking about apps that are games like this. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You're going to be able to play those with no issue and pretty much get on the internet and do your thing. Video quality on here is not terrible either. When you're watching videos and that playback, it looks pretty crisp, pretty clear. It's not the highest resolution, but to the average consumer, the average eye, none of this is going to matter. It also comes with a super slim, super sleek form factor. That's one of the biggest things that I like about it. And it also has pretty decent speakers. I can't really argue too much about these speakers. And with the built-in headphone jack, if you got some of those old headphones laying around that you can just plug in with a 3.5mm adapter on them, you're good to go. Or you can just use your Bluetooth, which most people will do nowadays anyway. But screen is still nice and vibrant, like Samsung actually does with everything that they do. Price is a good price for what you're getting. I would say if you can catch this on sale for $179, it's going to be a great deal. But the $229 price point is not that terrible either. Remember, no S Pen will work on this. If you have a regular stylus, it will work. Not going to be super fast, 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs onboard storage. There is a 64 gigabyte variant out there that you can actually pick up for a few more dollars, but you can actually add up to 128 gigabytes via the SD card slot that is right down here on the bottom. USB Type-C, all-day battery. And like I said, the battery is really legit because I've only had it charged up 2 times since I've had it, and I've had it for like a week or so. So not a whole lot of heavy productivity going on over here, but it's one of those devices that is basically going to get you what you need when you need it. And it's going to get you the basics out of a tablet. So hopefully this has been able to help someone. I'm going to be sure and drop a link below so you can go by and check this out. This is the Samsung Galaxy Tab A8. That's a mouthful, but this is the 2022 version of this device, and hopefully you'll get a chance to go by and check it out. If you're in the mood for a budget tablet, this is the way to go. Until next time, be sure and give me that big thumbs up, and please subscribe. Average Tech Guy out. Peace.